Hi, welcome to Kanishka's Current Estimate program. Now we'll be looking into the articles that are relevant in today's newspaper for our exam. CGI for forming special. We have been aware of the things that are going against the victims, or maybe the police sometimes is using excess power, which actually is not there for the police. And every citizen, even if they are a criminal or even a perpetrator, they'll be having the rights that are fundamental rights. Under Article 21, right to life. This is not just right to life; it is also right against the torture as well. And in Article 22 also there is a right that against this torture and other areas. We are aware that recently in Tamil Nadu there is a duo of a father and son is being dead in the custody itself. And apart from that, there are instances where even army people are also tortured by the police recently in Uttar Pradesh, and a businessman is being dead in Uttar Pradesh that is suspected that a police officer is involved in this. These all are the instances where it has disturbed the judiciary, that all the citizens are having these rights, and judiciary is the protector of the constitution. It has the responsibility to bring in the changes or the reforms that are to be implemented. And our country is a not party to the UN Convention against the torture in custody. And it is suggested to be part of this convention. And also, there are some suggestions that all the prisoners or all the prisons must be having the access to the people who are of officers or maybe even from civil societies and randomly. And it is not that only prior with prior intimation or information. If there is a surprise visit, then there will be a chance of having containment on the police using this force or excess force on the citizens or maybe the criminals. And then the next thing is we have to arrange the CC cameras in all the prisons so that it will be like a control, a third eye on the police officers from using the brutal force against these criminals or maybe the people who are arrested. In the last class, we have seen that the central government has come up with the SPM 2.0 and Amrit 2.0. Swachh Bharat Mission Urban 2.0 and Amrit Mission are getting good amount of funds. Now, the very intention of these schemes are to make our cities a better place to live. Our cities presently are having problems like ODF, that is open defecation. Still, it is persisting because of lack of lavatories, and many people are forming slums or even living on the footpaths or pavements. And these all are the causes for the problems that are leading, like maybe some pandemic or diseases or maybe uncleaned cities. This is reason because of unplanned development of our country or our cities. And we are projecting or predicting that it is going to be 50% of urban population by 2050. To make our cities better livable cities, it is our responsibility now to take care of all these cities. Under Amrut, the targets are to provide tap connectivity or to provide clean water for each and every household in the cities. And as well, it is also responsibility to provide a connection to the people who are of drainage connection. Now, these all are the things were even available during the time of ancient civilization, that is Indus Valley civilization. Proper drainage system was also there during that point of time. Now, at with much more civilized society, we are not having a proper planned cities. For this, we have allocated a good amount of funds to make our cities better livable and which can also be comparable with other countries that are in East Asian countries at least. Now, our cities are not able to compete with the countries that are even East Asian region. This is one of the imperative or responsibility of our governments to take an initiative to provide a good number of lavatories or dustbins and even provide water tap connection for each and every household. Along with that, provide electricity connection plus street lights. These are the main emoluments that are supposed to be or facilities that are supposed to be provided in an urban area. There are about 4,700 urban local bodies and 500 Amrut cities. In all these cities and local bodies, they are trying to provide 100% tap water connection plus lavatories that are of sufficient enough to each and every household, or maybe people who are not having their own lavatories at their houses. Maybe community lavatories will be able to serve these people so that we'll be able to eradicate ODF, that is to make our urban spaces ODF at least by next coming decade. That is the reason why we are having these schemes with a huge number of funds. Now, to what is the Amrut mission? To ensure that every household has access to a tap with the assured supply of water and sewage connection. The priority zone of a mission is water supply followed by sewage. And the next thing is to increase the amenity value of cities by developing greenery and well-maintained open spaces. To reduce pollution by switching to public transport or construction facilities for transport. Non-motorized transport. These are the main things that are provided in Amrut mission. Now, pollution is one of the biggest criteria in urban spaces where it is becoming the urban local heat islands. Now, because of the concrete jungle, the local area for these urban spaces may be like Hyderabad or any other city that is like Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, all these cities. And apart from that, secondary cities are also becoming heat islands due to the concrete jungle. Now, in solution to this, it is to raise the number of tree cover in this area, and also with a planned development it is to separate some colonies with a good space that is available for the tree cover that will be able to solve the issue of urban local heat island. On the occasion of 2nd October, that is Gandhi Jayanti, we are just trying to remember how Gandhi is relevant even till today and what are the lessons that we can learn from the Gandhian principles now. Gandhi is not about a person that we are learning. Actually, it is about his political philosophy and political ideas that are relevant even till today, that are maturity in politics, and also politics are not separated from the ethics. These two are inseparable. All the politicians and political parties must have the ethics, which are mostly questionable in present day political system that we are experiencing. Like any party, they are not trying to come under the RTI purview or ambit. And apart from that, they are sometimes misusing the power. And even recently, we have noticed that, according to the Chief Justice of India, that criminalization of politics is been on the rise. We have seen a data statistics that almost 75% of a particular party get elected into the house are having criminal background. And the least like a criminal background party is that is having about 40% of their candidates who are elected to the house are having this criminal back. And these parties are fielding those candidates only because of their winnability. And it is now here it is relevant to couple these with the politics and ethics that are going together. So it is relevant for us to make them accountable and hold them responsible for those activities. And citizens are supposed to take the pride in taking the self-respect and making them accountable for this and make them lose in the election so that we can be able to encourage people who are clean and well-intentioned with ethical background. They will be able to become the members of the house so that they will be working for the better laws that are to be governed a society that is growing or maturing. What is this maturity? Maturity is all about not just about physical maturity or mental maturity for self. It is also a maturity for the society and tolerance. Whoever or whenever you are experiencing such things that are not like leading to intolerant or maybe leading to frustrate you, then it is one has to show their tolerance, ability, maturity towards the society and listen first and then learn about these things, or maybe there is a point that is a culture of patience must be cultivating in all citizens. Then only it will be good for the society or a collective betterment of the society. Political thought and philosophy continues to inspire millions of people around the globe even till date. That is because of not just because he was following an non-violent system. It is because of the political fight against inequality, injustice, and historical wrongs that he took. And then for Gandhi, politics was essentially an ethical mode of conduct. Because of these reasons, it is even till date that is very much famous and also arousing or motivating many people to follow these paths. It is on account of his overriding concern for the self-respect of individuals and nations that Gandhi joined the two notions of truth and non-violence to that of the term Swaraj. Now, these are very much important. Like self-respect and maturity of the people are very much important. And in this context, it is to remember his ideas, philosophies is way more important than what he was doing wrong or maybe what he was criticized for. Renunciation of Indian citizenship now simpler. We know that there are six ways you can acquire the citizenship, and there are three ways to lose the citizenship. They are renunciation, termination, and deprivation. Renunciation is any person who is individually coming forward and filling a form will be leading to the renunciation. Renunciation means giving up the citizenship that he don't want. Maybe this happens because he or she might have acquired some other country's citizenship, or maybe any other reasons. This is voluntarily filling up the form, and termination is on account of any treason activities or cheating the nation or going against the nation or maybe getting citizenship of other countries will be leading to the termination. Deprivation is if a citizen filed any documents that are of illegal or cheating the nation and maybe like using wrong documents, then that will be leading to the deprivation of the citizenship. These are the three ways under Citizenship Act 1955 a person can be losing their citizenship by a method of renunciation that is totally voluntary and termination and deprivation that is taken by the government action. Now, this will be looking after by the Ministry of Home Affairs. India, US to set up working group on defense industrial security. Under this, the very much important area is that we are going to share the very critical information and technical knowledge that is sharing between the countries is one of the greatest important move that has made possible in this setting up of the defense industrial security. And annually they will be meeting a a security joint working group will be establishing towards achieving this sharing of knowledge. Drones used to spread seed balls for reforestation. Now, we all know that drones used to be there wearing medicines recently, and there is a law that covering the drones and their usage in the public places or even the private places or maybe like a forest. That it will be governed because this may be leading to misuse also by some antisocial elements. Now, coming to the usage of, there is a startup that has come up with the idea of using the drone for the purpose of reforestation to spread the seeds in the open areas. Then these will be able to germinate over a period of time and then will be growing the forest again. It is not humanly, or if you use a manual force, then it will not be that easy to regenerate the forest that has been deforested over a period of time. That may be because of human intervention, or maybe lack of rainfall, or maybe any other reason. Because of that, if it got deforested, then it will be reforested by the method of using these seed balls. And what is the way that you will be using these seed balls? You are not going to sow this under the ground. You just like a spill over the open land, and over a period of time you can expect some of them to be germinating. And here like in Hyderabad, they have experimented with this drone facility. By with the help of this drone facility, it will be able to spread these seed balls over a large area in a very short amount of time. And for this, there is an actor who is a famous like Rana, who is working towards the making this an activity that is further securing or saving the environment by creating awareness for the purpose of reforestation. Iran begins war games near Azerbaijan border. Though it is not having much importance related to exam, but this is how we will be practicing math. Every day, all the students has to practice math at least for 15 minutes over the atlas. That looking into the atlas and finding out major areas that may be like countries or neighboring countries, or maybe major water bodies nearby that country or bordering countries. It's been couple of times that is repeated. Which of the following countries are bordering with Mediterranean Sea. Here, Jordan is a country that is not at all sharing the border. And the options were Syria, Lebanon, Israel, and Jordan. So you can be like if you have good practice, like with all the maybe vague information or knowledge, you will be choosing that Jordan is also very much closer to this Mediterranean Sea. Then it will be also a bordering country. Then will be cheated. So to not let that happen, it is very much important for practicing always, almost every day, that all the areas like where they are and what are the physical features around the countries. Now here, the countries that are having border with Iran are Kuwait, Iran, Iraq, Turkey, Armenia, Azerbaijan. These are on the west side, and on the east side, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. Here we had an interest that of Chabahar port against this Gwadar port in the Pakistan that was taken control by the China. Now, to counter that, what we have did is we have took the responsibility of developing this Chabahar port, but recently there are many changes that have happened. Now we'll be looking into map areas. Persian Gulf is the Gulf that is responsible for the oil trade from these Gulf countries. There is a GCC. There is a group called GCC, and try to look into what is GCC and what are the important areas that are related to the GCC. And Strait of Hormuz is the strait that is in Indian Ocean or maybe Arabian Sea, and it is like having the side by side that is Persian Gulf, Iran, and Oman, United Arab Emirates (UAE). And then on the north side of Iran, it is Caspian Sea is there. Now, what are the countries that are bordering Caspian Sea? The countries that are bordering Caspian Sea on the south are Azerbaijan, Turkmenistan, and other countries that are there on the northern side. In this way, we have to keep looking into Atlas. Keep watching Kanishka IAS for the daily current affairs program. Thank you.